There have been many moments of utter cringe during Meghan's brief royal tenure, so today we will attempt to understand what was really going on, upping the ante until we reach the maximum cringe levels with the worst cringe moments of Meghan and Harry's short royal lives. Let's get to the crunch. Let's start with one of the times in which Meghan got ignored. At the American Tennis Open, Serena Williams is playing a losing match. Meghan has come to watch, but it is important to know that she was not invited to this match. But not only that, she was not wanted there by the coach. Why, you may ask? Is it because she is notoriously rude? No. Is it because she pulled the racist card more than Jessie Smollett on steroids? No. Is it because she tries to make everything about herself? No. It's because Serena's team of coaches believe that Meghan brings bad luck. If only they could have got that message to Prince Harry a couple of years ago. Apparently, every match Meghan has attended has been a disaster for the champion tennis player. And by the look on Serena's mum's face here, she would be happy to see the back of Meghan Markle. Meghan is awkwardly attempting to spark up conversation mid-game, but Serena's mum couldn't be less interested. Meghan aims, fires, and the rejection is gloriously splashed across her face for a whole second before she gathers up the strength to carry on and give it another try. We give this a cringe level 3 out of 5. Another honourable ignore came from this little cutie who couldn't run away fast enough. But then there was this awkward moment caught on the royal balcony when Harry puts Meghan in her place for turning around to chat, which is not royal protocol. The look on her face is just priceless, but also suggests to me that she had some strong words with Harry when they got home that evening. And then the mother of all ignores is the moment when Meghan desperately attempts conversation with Her Majesty the Queen, but is once again royally ignored. Next we have her incessant barging. Meg's is more of a raging bull than a royal duchess with her less than elegant maneuvers. First we have a couple of examples of the classic Meghan grab and slide. It's one firm grab and then she slides on by the little Prince Harry, ensuring that she is first to greet all of the important people. But it was at the Commonwealth Day service when Meghan donned the green half-cape number. Like the dress or not, Meghan made an absolute twit of herself when she clambered through the seating arrangement to secure her place in front of the now Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh. Like the green goblin, she shoots past Sophie and Edward. Just for fun, let's take a closer look at poor Sophie's face. That says it all. But the worst of the barging incidences is that famous moment when Harry and Meghan walk in to view the crown jewels without permission. They are promptly halted by a royal aide and whisked off to the side. To add an extra dash of embarrassment for the couple, they are then reined back into line following royal protocol. They are retained until all of the more senior royals are allowed to pass first. In contrast to Meghan's pushy behaviour, watch how Catherine, Princess of Wales, effortlessly swoons in and elegantly glides through with no sign of awkward grappling for her position. We give Meghan a 4 out of 5 cringe rating, but award Kate a perfect for following royal protocol to a T. Our final cringe moment was when Meghan was asked to speak at the One Young World Summit.
How on earth did I get here?
But the problem is, she mistakenly thought she was at the Oscars winning an award. The speech was entirely about Meghan, and she managed to talk about herself at least 34 times in the 7-minute Meghanathon. Instead of focusing on the generous people who run One Young World or the achievements they have made, she managed to harp on for 7 minutes about how amazing it was to be Meghan.
And there I was the girl from Suits. That I had such a deep and long-standing respect, and I was invited. I was so overwhelmed by this experience. I think I even saved my little paper place card that said my name on it. Proof that I was there, that I belonged.
It is painful to watch, but gives you a rather complete insight of what's really going on in that little head of hers. I'll give you a hint. It begins with M and ends in Egan. She looks effortlessly smug, and the cringe level from start to end was a delightful 5 out of 5. Let's get to the comments. Palace says it was hysterically funny, like Catherine Tate's skit with the wedding speech. We all know, in Britain at least, we all know Catherine Tate is a famous comedian over here.
Date I have had 39 all men. 39 sexual liaisons in 15 active years.
And you're right, it was like she was taking the mickey. It's so obviously about herself, you're kind of hoping that it is a big joke. But it's not. Rhonda says, when Diana spoke at charitable events, it was all about the charity, the event, the group. This woman, Meghan, can't stop talking about herself. I think you have got the measure of her. There is one person that the world revolves around, and it is, of course, Meghan Markle. Lauren says, she's that one wife your friend marries that everyone talks about behind closed doors, saying, I give it 5 years. 5 years. We'll be lucky if they last 5 more years. I'm about to do a video which I think might suggest that a 5-year expiration date on this couple's relationship is quite ambitious. Indigo says Meghan Markle is the epitome of money doesn't give you class nor does it make you important. She is the epitome of many a thing, and you're right there, she certainly sums up that saying wonderfully. Mathilde says, nothing for me tops when she went into the car before the Queen. I hid behind my hands. I don't think I've ever seen anyone else do that. I know there are suggestions that there was a reason the Queen likes to actually sit behind the driver, so apparently the Queen maybe suggested for her to go in, but I think the better protocol would have been for her to walk around the car rather than slipping in past the Queen. It just looked absolutely awful. Not something we see very often, and I do think there was a mistake made by someone there, quite possibly Meghan. Kelly says, I always said Harry and his wife left the royal family because she didn't want to walk one step behind Kate Middleton for the rest of her life. This is just further proof. Well, yes, if she has a problem with curtsying to the Queen, I can imagine that she would have a problem with any of the other royal protocol as well. Walking behind Kate Middleton, the person who we deem that she is most jealous of, the person who is set to be Queen, the person who gets to wear all of the designer outfits, and we know whenever she wears them, they sell like hotcakes. This is Meghan's dream, and Catherine, Princess of Wales, is not even trying. Or at least it seems like she's not trying. Of course, she's probably working very hard behind the scenes, but we don't hear her complaining about it, I suppose you could say, in the way that we hear Meghan complaining about everything. Georgie says that creepy smile never leaves her face. You're absolutely right. She always has this bizarre smile. And she's an actress, so we know that she can pull it off if she needs to. She can be fake if she needs to. Because of all the things she said as well, because we now know how she was feeling in those moments, we know that there's nothing genuine about that smile. So it does make it seem even more creepy, even more disingenuine, even more malicious. Hit the like button if you just love cringing at Meghan's most embarrassing moments. And subscribe to the channel to help our Crown family grow. See you down in the comments.